Alright, I'm doing some test footage with this GoPro knockoff that I bought. Let me show you. The only problem with it is I can't see me on the screen because it doesn't flip up. I know some GoPros, the GoPro knockoffs has where the screen can move so you can actually be in front of it, see at the same time. But this is the DB POWER EX5000, it says right there in front. I'm just doing some test footage to see how it goes and to put on YouTube to show you. It is almost 6:30, so it's getting dark. But I thought, you know what, I'm going to do it now and another time because I want to see how it is in lower light conditions. The main reason why I bought this camera, in which I will eventually get a GoPro too, is I want to be able to film on some dark rides in certain situations where, well, not just dark rides, but mainly, well, actually, no. The main reason why I got this was for the waterproof case that came with it, because I wanted a waterproof camera to go on the dark rides. That's what I meant to say. That you also have a chance to possibly get wet on, you know, at Disney and other theme parks and things like that. And other situations where I can't expose normal camera, like if I want to do any filming in the rain, say during a hurricane, for example. That's the main reason why I got this. And I'm going to do some tests now. So I'll show you. What's wrong with this thing? There. I don't know what happened. I was recording and all of a sudden it stopped, so I'm not sure how much I got. So basically, as I was saying, and this time I'm going to watch the screen so I know if it goes out, that I decided to do some filming now, even though it's about 6:30 in the I guess say in the afternoon. I wanted to try see how this does in low light conditions, because one of the major reasons why I got this camera, this GoPro knockoff, is that I wanted to film on dark rides where you have a possibility of getting wet, because I don't want to expose my camera to my other cameras to possibly getting wet. And this has a waterproof case, as you can see. Eventually I want to get an actual GoPro, like the one Hero 5 Black. From what I understand, you don't need a waterproof case for that. I think it's waterproof already, I think, but don't quote me on that. Because, what's wrong with this thing? I'm not sure. It keeps going out. I don't know if it's going out and not recording, or just the screen's going dark to save on power. That could be it. I'm not sure. I still have to do some more experience with this. Anyways, I got this because I want to do it on rides where you could possibly get wet, and I don't want to expose my actual camera to it. Okay, there, got that out. So I wanted to try and see how it is, do some filming. I'll put this on YouTube and to show you how it goes. I may do some additional filming like during the day when it's nice and sunny. But if this shows up really good, then it'll do even better during sunny weather. I'm just doing some general recording. I'm not sure if this needs to be programmed so it could do longer filming or not, because one of my other cameras, it only was able to film and, well, record in certain increments at a time, like 9 minutes and something seconds. See, the screen went out now, and I'm not sure if I'm still recording or not. Didn't do that before. No, okay, still recording. So I'm not sure why it does that. Like I said, maybe it does it to save power. But here it is. Do some walking around with this thing too. Let's give it a try. Then I have my other camera I just got. Then I'll do some filming with the waterproof case too. So that goes with walking. I really need to get one of those handles that's supposed to stabilize your walking with it. But actually, they're quite pricey, surprisingly. I was checking them out at Best Buy. They're like over $100. Eventually, that's something I'm going to have to do, just to upgrade my equipment for my channel. This might be a little jumbled up with what I've been saying, my thoughts, like I kept saying. I kept thinking this was going out, but I don't think it is. I think it just goes dark to save power. Yeah, like it's going dark again. Now if I hit the down button, there. Now it brings it back on again. I wonder if there's a way to program it so it doesn't do that. Alright. Now what I'm going to do now, I'm going to stop recording in a minute and put the waterproof case on using film, and then I think it'll keep it pretty dry and everything. My only concern with is that it definitely is going to cut down on the sound, and I think by a fair amount. But if the noise around me is loud enough, I hope it won't be too bad. That's why eventually I need to get a waterproof camera that doesn't need a waterproof case. But we'll see how that goes. Just doing a little bit more walking with you guys. This is Lake Hartridge Nature Park, I think it's called. I actually did a walkthrough here maybe a year ago. Okay, well that's it for this part. I'm going to quit. See, I don't understand with this thing. I know it's still recording, but now the time on it is lower. The amount of time it showed that I've been recording. Maybe it only does certain amounts, like I said with the other camera, then stops and starts again. I don't know. It'll take time to figure this out, but I'll get going on it. I'll figure it out. Alright, thanks for watching, and hopefully this did okay. Okay, I'm recording. I'm going to try putting you in the waterproof case and see how it works. Here it goes. Alright, going to close it, see how the sound is. I don't know how the sound is. I'm talking outside holding it by my mouth, so hopefully you can hear me, but I don't know how farther away sound will be with it, if it's just as good. But you know, we'll see. This is all a work in progress. Alright, I'm still in the waterproof case. When I press a button on the camera, I do hear the sound. It's a little muffled, not too bad, but I'm hoping that the sound from the outside is at least going through it just as well as the sound from the inside. So I'm walking again with you. See how it is. I mean, I knew that when I got this camera that the sound would be cut down, because it's in an enclosed case. It's just going to happen. But I wanted to do some experiments to see how well it does it, how much sound gets cut out, and things like that. But unfortunately, it's going to be necessary until I'm able to get a camera that doesn't need the waterproof case. Alright, it looks pretty clear from what I see. How clear it's going to be with you guys. And I noticed, well, you know, I'm going to wait and say this until I have the case out just in case a little bit more footage with the waterproof case off. Just feeding these birds, seeing how it goes. It's now about 6:47, so it's getting even darker. Now I'm not sure, but I don't think there's a zoom on this. But I kind of knew about that already, because I've heard of cameras like this not having a zoom before, so. But I'll see. I gotta mess with the controls a little bit and see how that goes. I mean, having a zoom on it would have been preferred, but it's not 100% necessary for the reason why I bought this camera. There was a squirrel. He just took a big piece of bread. He's up in the tree now. I'm not sure where the microphone is on this. I'm sure it's there someplace. I have it in the one case that you could put it on, that you could attach it to like a selfie stick or handle. It does make it a lot easier carrying this thing. More squirrels coming around. Yeah, there's a lot of squirrels looking. Looks like now they're getting a refreshing drink. Okay, well, I'd give it a try and do a little bit more. I'll check how this is at home. Hopefully this footage is pretty good. But at least this is just some test footage with this type of camera, in case you're interested in buying one.